Let's talk about dressing in a way that makes us look on the younger spectrum. You can age yourself, I would say, on average 5 years plus or minus, depending on what you wear, how you accessorize, and how you combine all the elements in your outfit. These tips I'm going to show you work for all ages, so it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or your 50s. This video is not to fake your age. It's about purposefully picking garments and accessories that give you fresh, younger vibes for your age. If there are clothes and shoes that make you feel old and bulky, then there are clothes and shoes that will do the opposite as well. The easiest thing you can do right now is a ponytail. There are lots of recommendations behind the advantages of a ponytail to your face. Structure-wise, what happens is if you take the hair from the front of the ear and then pull it back and brush it upwards, and a lot of celebrities are using this as well because it gives the feel of elongating your face and lifting your skin, and it's very flattering. At the same time, if you're able to put your hair in a ponytail, it means you have longer hair, and longer hair is automatically associated with someone younger. From my own observation, I noticed that there is this unspoken world of hair thinning for women. I really do wish we talked about it more because it's a real struggle. So perhaps this is why a shorter haircut becomes more flattering and common as we age. I'm right there with you. If you do have a mane, I'm so jealous. Please flaunt it for the rest of us. Now, at the same time, if you think that a ponytail is too juvenile, there are different variations of the ponytail that look elegant. You can wrap a little piece of hair around the elastic band to make it look more polished. You can also curl the actual ponytail to make it look more sophisticated. The key here is the positioning. Make sure it's at the top of the small of your head, right here. In my next point, you want to show your figure as much as you can. This doesn't mean that you're literally going to show skin. It just means that your body shape will be strategically revealed in a way that enhances your look and is flattering you. You see, I noticed that this is the fundamental biggest mistake that we make when we dress. We hide behind our clothes. So I'm going to give you this as an example, hands-on, because I noticed this with myself. I recently went to see a winter parade and I thought that the weather outside is going to be cold. I was wearing clothes that were very bulky and they're pretty much covering me like a blanket, and I felt so heavy. And I'm not talking about the times when you're cold. Yes, it's cold, you have to cover up and you don't care about anything else. I'm talking about the feel that it gave me. When I stepped outside, it was actually warm, a lot warmer than I thought, and then I was just debating, should I change, should I not change? And I felt so uncomfortable. I felt like I was hiding myself. I decided to go back and change. I removed all the layers. I put on a pair of tight pants, and instead of the bulky boots, I put on suede flats. It instantly made me feel so much younger. I put my hair up in a ponytail. I switched my jacket from a longer one till under my thighs all the way to a shorter one, and I felt 10 years younger than my initial outfit. My next tip is to show your figure. Here I'm talking about jeans, for example, straight jeans that are high-waisted, that are tight around your waist, because if you're able to show your waistline, that means you're not hiding a belly. As we age, the majority of women, depending of course of your body structure and shape, the tummy area is where we see the most of the weight gain, that or the hips. So if you're able to show the tummy area, it means that you're not hiding it. You don't have one, or even if you do, you're comfortable enough to be seen. Another way to accentuate your waistline is of course to add a belt, but this can also be done more discreetly, such as perhaps adding a blazer and then adding a belt on top of that, or wear high-waisted pants and a belt, and then the next step would be to have a crop sweater. Now the crop sweater doesn't mean your belly button is out, it just means that it stops at the waistline, and again, you're not hiding anything because it's visible. Next, let's talk about colors. Yes, of course you want to wear colorful clothes as much as possible, because when you wear black, we usually associate it with concealing a body part. Black is aging by default. You don't see young people wear black, do you? It's as simple as that. So when you wear lively, bright colors and patterns, it means that you're comfortable. You want people to see you. You're okay with the attention. You're aware that attention will be given to you, and whatever you're showcasing will attract it. Now, for example, if you have to choose between a darker jacket and a bright colored jacket, the colorful one will instantly make you look fresh, energetic, and lively. So I have this red jacket that I use when I go for walks, and every time I put it on, I feel so fresh and full of energy and happy and young. And I'm not trying to look like that. I simply got it because I like the color, and I didn't really think past that. I'm now sharing with you how it makes me feel personally, and I hope some of you agree. And let me know down below if you experienced a better mood when wearing a colorful jacket as well. Also, the length of the jacket is important because, again, what younger people do is they don't hide things, right? So they're comfortable with shorter jacket lengths. So have it short enough that it stops right at your lower back. That alone will look very youthful. Natural makeup is something that I talk about a lot because I think it's old school. Right now, what we see on social media is a lot of makeup, and I don't know if that's really an ideal we have when we're young. We see a lot of it on screen and think it looks good. Makeup is such a personal preference for men and women. The problem with wearing a lot of makeup, I think, is that it's aging. It looks older. I mean, you can see this in little girls, for example, that go on pageants. You see they're like 5-year-olds, and then when they go on stage, the full face of makeup, they look like mini Barbie dolls, which is older and it's aging. That's because we associate makeup faces with an older age bracket. In fact, the most youthful makeup that I've seen on screen is the minimal one, where you probably just wear some tinted moisturizer to even out your face. If you do use powder or concealer, corrector, or bronzer, you have to do it in a way that's very minimal and it's not noticeable. Now, the blush has to be a pink blush and it's very subtly added. Some mascara, maybe some tinted lip balm, and you're all set. You don't need anything more. Incorporate leather and metal clasps. Here it can be boots, belts, and purses, leather jacket with embellishments, or any combination of leather and metal embellishments, which are on trend right now. The moto jacket, the leather look, is associated with the biker chick look, which we see the scenes in the movies. I'm thinking Grease here, where the teenage girl gets picked up by the bad boy boyfriend on a motorcycle and drives her away. I think we've all seen that and kind of subconsciously associate leather jacket, metal, with that type of a younger image. That's really what this is about, what your brain associates the look with. So let's say if you take a 21-year-old and dress her in a suit and put on a string of pearls, she will look in her 30s. It's just because of the image people are used to seeing. It has nothing to do with logic or the actual material texture. My point here is, if you want to look younger, look for belts that have metal around clasps. Purses that are now trending have a lot of metal embellishments. Same with the boots. If they have any outside embellishments, it just looks sleek and cool and youthful. Show your ankles. Show your feet figure in tight shoes. There's a reason why you feel attractive when you wear stilettos, and it's not just because of the height. It's also because it's very feminine and that's revealing your foot. The shoe itself is tight and it shows off your ankles. My tip here is to reveal your ankle as much as you can and wear shoes that are tight around your foot. Now, you have several combinations here. You can use both. One is for warm weather to show ankles, and for cold weather when you cover your ankles. So when the weather permits, I recommend the pumps. The best combination is to have the pumps in a closest skin shade to elongate the legs. I've looked at every possible shoe style for the perfect, most flattering shoe, and I think the pumps are it. Let's talk about when we wear chunky boots versus tight leather boots that are fully covering the leg even above the ankle. You want to wear pants that stop at the ankle even if the ankle is hidden, because you feel more attractive, more youthful when you feel the leather tight against your skin. It also reveals the shape of your ankles, because ankles are the thin waistline of your legs. Yes, I want you to look at your ankles as your waistline because they are attractive, youthful, and flattering. As we age, I've noticed that we prioritize comfort over looks, which is a good thing. At the same time, you know how we have this image of old shoes, granny shoes that are bulky? I don't want to say unattractive, perspective because, again, we have to be very sensible towards our health and our needs. I'm just simply stating what is youthful looking. And youthful looking is usually when you wear shoes that are high heel, pointy, and painful. So the compromise here is that you can also wear comfortable heels, perhaps lower to 70 or 50 millimeters, and I highly recommend researching within your price range leather brands. The ones that I like in the US are Naturalizer, and they have some really high quality leather, and they also focus on comfort. I do agree that some don't look as youthful as other brands that are right now in retail, but the majority that are sold in retail are not leather and they will end up hurting. You can have comfort and youth at the same time. My all-time favorite heels are back in stock after 2 years with a fresh look. They're a bit high, on the higher end, 3.3 inches, and I will link them down below for you. They have padding, and these are the shoes that I wear 10 plus hours a day. I hope you find these tips helpful next time you want to dress youthful. Comment down below, what videos do you want me to make for you? I want this to be helpful. I read all your messages and compile a list for the future. Don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe for more weekly content. In my next video, I will show you how to dress to create the elongated legs effect. I'll see you there.